49 degrees as you step outside.
It is
so
a little
still
brisk.
a little bit brisk outside, but still far below what it should be.
I know. We've been spoiled, John.
We should get the frosty situation going here. I mean, we're well into October now. Yeah, it's a pretty nice morning out here. I don't necessarily need a coat. You might want a light coat here in the metro. It's not that chilly at 48. There are some spots that have actually cooled down quite a bit. So 48, I talked about earlier, we had this little bitty cloud come through, popped our temperature, and I could feel it. Because if you didn't have the cloud, look, Cambridge 34, definitely want the coats here in Lake Elmo. I'm always a fan of a light coat, and then the summer mode activity, like the shorts or something, t-shirt, because it's gonna get hot in the afternoon. Wow, good words. Words are hard. 45 in Marshall. Temperatures to the north are in the low 30s. Look at this afternoon. 70 degrees and very light winds with tons of sunshine today. Cece?
Hey, happy Tuesday to you. If you're just joining us this morning, there is a crash in Blaine right now on Highway 10 eastbound. You can see here it's between Airport Road and 35W. You can see it's on the right shoulder here. Drivers mostly staying to these far left two lanes, but not seeing any slowing because of it. But you should stay to the left for now too if you're taking this way and you're headed toward the Mounds View Shoreview area. That's sort of the next 10 to 15 minutes. I'll keep you updated. Otherwise, things mostly around the metro looking pretty good. When I see you just after 6:10, I'm going to be talking about a bridge closure, though, on 169 here and some detours that you can take for the rest of the week. Alicia.
Cece, thank you. Now let's get to our top story this morning. People in Florida are running out of time to evacuate as Hurricane Milton takes aim at the state's west coast.
Yeah, the storm is set to make landfall in just over 36 hours. An update from the National Hurricane Center in the last 60 minutes shows Milton has weakened to Category 4 status, but is expected to rebound to a Cat 5 in just a few hours here. Our Michelle Beck is here now tracking people's efforts to escape this dangerous storm.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Take a look at the red in this map, the current list of evacuation orders here in Florida. I'm counting 9. All the red here signifies the mandatory evacuations. Some start in the last 16 hours or so. We got one here that's about to start in the next 2 hours. Now, as people in Florida brace for the storm, one of the most pressing concerns this morning is the debris Hurricane Helene left behind less than 2 weeks ago. All that could go flying into the air or create hazards in stormwater. You can see state officials were trying to clear as much of that as possible. In these photos from the last 13 hours, they wrote 500 crew members were around Tampa Bay for that very effort.
It's terrifying to think what this next storm with the wind and the rain will actually do to all of that debris.
If you remain there, you could die. My men and women could die trying to rescue you.
Sobering words there that we just heard. Well, we know FEMA is helping out, already putting extra ambulances on standby, according to Florida's emergency management director. We've got additional assistance coming as well from Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz announcing that he's authorized the Minnesota National Guard to provide emergency assistance to Florida ahead of Milton making landfall. John.
Yeah, I mean, Milton was so strong yesterday. In fact, Milton got to 180-mile-per-hour winds and became the 5th strongest Atlantic hurricane on record. You have to go back to Wilma of 2005. Now, Wilma was way stronger than this one. But I want you to watch the eye. Look how beautiful that eye is when it was at that 180-mile-per-hour clip. Now, it weakens, and then watch what happens here on the last scan. The eye starts to show up again. That's a sign that we're going to re-strengthen. So yes, you can see it's at 155 miles per hour. I bet you in the next 2 to 3 hours, with the sign of the strengthening, it might go back to 160, 165. So this tonight is expected to get back down to 145. It's going to fluctuate, and we need it to get down to 145. 180 is devastating to epic proportions. So when it gets to Tampa, it's expected at a Cat 3 at 125 Thursday morning. That is still a major, major hurricane, and the swath of this is going to be very extreme. The flooding from this is going to be more in the way of storm surge. We could see this greater than 9, some places in Tampa Bay greater than 12. So again, we'll be watching this very closely over the next 24 hours.
Oh, such a scary storm, John. Thank you. And as Milton barrels towards the U.S., several states are still recovering from Hurricane Helene, which made landfall less than 2 weeks ago. This morning, thousands are making their way to one of the hardest hit areas in western North Carolina. Right now, 11 members of the Minnesota National Guard are there to help. Those crews brought in 2 helicopters already being used to fly in supplies to those stranded. Crew members we spoke with say there was no hesitation to help once those orders came in.
To everybody back home in Minnesota, this is what Minnesota National Guard does. This is why we sign up. This is why we train all year, day in, day out, and we're just honored to help and honored to serve.
Now, those crews flew in Sunday, immediately getting to work around Asheville, delivering thousands of pounds of water to those stranded in the mountains there. We'll have more on the recovery from Helene, plus how Florida is preparing for Hurricane Milton. That's coming up in 30 minutes.
Back here at home, day 2 of jury selection in the murder trial of Adam Fravel will begin in less than 3 hours. Fravel's charged with first-degree murder in the death of his ex-girlfriend and mother of his children, Maddie Kingsbury. The trial is taking place in Mankato because of the publicity the case got in Winona. Opening statements will start when 12 jurors and 5 alternates are selected either this week or early next. Maddie went missing in March of last year, and her body was found just over 2 months later.
On time now 6:07, a former elementary school teacher in Hudson is now set to stand trial. Madison Bergman is facing 10 felony charges for allegedly having an inappropriate relationship with her 5th grade student. During a hearing in the last 24 hours, the lead detective revealed 33,000 text messages, also emails and handwritten notes between the two. The state says they have proof Bergman and the boy touched, kissed, and wanted the relationship to escalate. The judge ruled the state proved there is enough probable cause for the case to continue. Bergman is set to be arraigned on November 7th.